I've got issues, het gaan goed met hom. And that's why the Bible, and I'm not going to refer too much to it because we can get to it later, but Jesus refers to it and the apostles refers to it, which says, in this life you will have various trials and tribulations, and be full of joy when you do, because God is working in you to be who you don't believe you are yet. But He knows you are, and He's got you. He's got you. Doesn't mean He's going to do everything you like. He's sometimes going to send you to school without the homework done. And when you open and you're going to pray the whole way there, God, when I get there and I open up a miracle, it must be there. You're going to open your book and it's not going to be there. God didn't come through for me. And there's so many things to learn in that, so by the way. Lawrence, onthou jy, so lang tyd terug. Nee, never mind biologie. One of the things that I had to teach him was, because, he's my son, so he forgets things. I'm just not the high, ek is net nie, my kop dink bietjie weier. And one of the things that he had to learn is, okay, so you make a mistake. And the teacher takes you out. And I had to ask him, so what is the worst thing your teacher can do to you? Onthou jy dit? What is the worst thing your teacher can do? Because you have to have fear, but you have to have fear in perspective. Dankie Here, ek kan dit vir hom vra, want in my tyd het jy my gevra, so ek gesê het, neek my half dood, jy weet, dis wat hulle kon doen daai tyd. Kom slaan rotting. But now you have this insane fear. Doesn't mean you must be irresponsible, but part of failing was, okay, there's a limitation to the consequences of fear, because in my own mind, I can build it up so big that it feels like the end of the world. And I'm just using some examples now. These are some examples of how we grow, how we go through things. And it's exactly what Israel went through here. And it was a very real, I want to laugh at them. Julle stupids, hierdie water geloop en nou so. But I do that. I do that. If I don't watch myself. And as a young Christian, I did that a lot. Every challenge was a total failure of God in my life, in my own mind. And as I progressed, I started to learn, and but you know what? The problem is that the size of the challenges also sometimes grow. Want weer eens, God is a father. The challenges that my kid has at primary school and the challenges he has in grade 12 are not the same. Why not? It's time to grow up. Please, I don't want him to stay at grade 4 level in his whole life. But part of what is the work must get more difficult. Part of that is I don't even know when he has a project to hand in right now. I just like, as jy goeie punte gekry na die tyd. Wat jou punt is? Dit goeie punt is mooi, reg. I don't even want to know about it. With my daughter, I still go through a process. Not just reading books. That's great. We have to read, but you have to go through some things and grow up in that. That's what God was doing here with Israel. That's where He didn't take them to challenges that were too... He starts off by saying, I'm not going to take them to a challenge that's too big for them. Hulle gaan so 'n bietjie langer pad stap. But now He sets up other challenges for them. Do you think God knew the water was bitter when He got them there? Of die Here daar gekom en gesê, nooit hier aan gedink nie. Heer. Ek het hierdie uitgelê op die GPS, Google Maps, en niemand daar niks gestaan van bitter water, daar het net gestaan water. Nou, God took them there. He was like, where's a nice challenge for them? Oh, there. Kom stap so intoe. Don't confuse God. He's not a genie in a bottle, He's a father. And pa's is blikskottels. I know because I'm one. How many of you have lied to your kids when they learned to drive bicycle and said, I will not let go of the bicycle? Kan ek net gou sien wie het gejok? Because some of the time, you run, en die Here met my rug en my lengte, en dan is die fietsie hier onder, ek kan later nie meer, maar ek hardloop myself stikkend, because I care, and I want them, but at one point, I have to let go a bit. Ja, hardloop jy nou. Op en af vir die eerste uur, en wat doen hulle, die eerste paar? They check the whole time. And then at one point, you hold on a little bit lighter. And then you feel, they've got the balance. And then you stop. And they drive beautifully. And they drive. And what happens? What do they do then? And what happens right after that? Because you let me go. Like, no, you were doing this. You were awesome, because the Father believes in the ability of the child. That's why He lets go. And this whole story, sometimes it will feel like God is letting you go. It will feel like God doesn't have the hand on the saddle anymore. But He will never let go until you're ready. Doesn't mean you might not fall again. But again, the Father is developing you. The best prayer you can pray is, Here, laat ek raak alles wat U wil hê ek moet raak. Because it is more than what you think you can be. Because the world has taught you all the limitations and all the fears and all the comparisons with other people that places you in a certain box and a level and a limitation. And God has got none of that vision for your life. Why does He have none of those limitations? Because He made you. He knows what He did. And His biggest challenge is for you to understand, just like it was with Israel, and to grow up and to become who He knew from the beginning they were. And that's a big part of what we're going to look at this whole Exodus. This was just the first few days. And when they were hungry, God sent manna. So God did make some miracles. God did things for them. But why did they not just have water and manna? I mean, weer eens, dink jy die Here weet hulle het kos nodig? En ek sluit af hiermee. Dink jy die Here het geweet hulle het water en kos nodig? Nou, hoekom toe hulle nou oor daai Rooi See stap, het dit nie begin manna net reën en water oral nie? I mean, God knows they need these things. Why didn't He just give it to them? Have you ever given your child everything he wants? Or just everything he needs?